welcome to a very brief and very quick room tour. Well, okay, I'll do my best, but I'm moving out of this room pretty soon, within 2 weeks, and I grew up in this room. My parents are going to be selling it when I go to university, this house, so I'm going to kill two birds with one stone, because I've had some people ask for a room tour on TikTok, and I want something to remember my room by, so this is going to be that. Or the entrance, and I've got quite a small room, so you practically see everything as soon as you walk in, but facing this way I have far too many jackets all shoved on the back of the door, mostly pink because that's the main colour that I wear. Here I just have a little section of things I picked up in Scotland. I visit Scotland very frequently, it's my family's favourite place. Here is the door to my ensuite, which I'm not going to show because it's a mess, practically, full of just clothes at the moment. And I have these Crocs, which I don't know who to credit for them because my mum printed it off as a reference for my 17th birthday cake. Quite random, I know, but I stole it afterwards. And then this print of Dorian from Dragon Age, who is, if you know me in person, you know that this man is my favourite character in the entire world, in existence, in everything forever, just my favourite character. Beats all of my anime boys that I simp over, I love him so much. Here is the artist, of course. I'm going to try and credit as much as I can in the description box. Here's my pinball, which is next to my desk, and it has quite the assortment of things. I'll go through it really fast. A small drawing I did of Ravus from Final Fantasy. There was one scene in the game where he kind of stood with his hands like that, and I was like, you know what? You know I had to do it to him. Dead meme, sorry. A lot of this stuff is from my best friend, so I'll credit that as well. This I drew of myself saying I would prefer not to, because I would prefer not to. Just got random things, like things I got in when I've ordered pins and stuff off Etsy, and it's like people's business cards, random sweets, packaging, and mishmash of things that I get weirdly attached to. There's an assortment of enamel pins, so I have a lot of Scotland ones. I got one from Iceland when I went there, and most of them from Etsy. I've got a Genji one, which glows in the dark, by the way, it's very cool. Mew when I went to the Pokemon Centre in London, that's a whole experience in itself. Korok, art stuff, weeb stuff, yada yada. On topic of Final Fantasy, I have these here. So these two I drew myself. This is a print that I bought off of Redbubble. I will credit it if I can find the person who drew it. Same with this one, I just thought, I loved it, I just thought it was quite unique and different. And then my desk overview, so I have my little pink lamp which I'm taking with me to university. This Chocobo print, again, will credit. This, I am a big fan of My Hero Academia, but my favourite character is Hawks. At the moment, there's not a lot of merchandise for him, so I'm suffering. However, I really like Bakugo as well, and for Christmas last year, my best friend, who's an amazing artist, drew all these for me. She painted that, and then did this little like card. It's got a little meaningful message on the back, and I thought, oh, it was so cute. It meant so much to me that she did that, so I put it on my wall. We are at the Pokemon Centre in London. I loved it. It was an amazing experience, but it was so crowded, and they were always sold out all the things that we wanted, so I ended up getting the main thing I wanted, which I'll show later, for a bit of a higher price on eBay. I have some movie tickets that I saved from movies I went to see with my friends that I really enjoyed. Avengers Endgame, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, and the My Hero Academia movie. My laptop screen, I have $1! This is my desk, it's where most of the magic happens, aka where I do my art and my writing, but I have a little sprocket which I run out of paper for, so I must get some more before I go to university because I'm trying to journal. Plus, this is even a fraction of the notebooks I have that are empty. I have so many that I just buy because I think they look cute and then never use. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this problem. There's my Steelbook from Final Fantasy, which I already own the game, but I bought this when it was on sale when I worked at Game in the UK. Game is like GameStop from America, and I don't know what else to say about that. Then I have these two Pop Funkos of Geralt and Ciri. The Witcher is one of my favourite franchises ever. My Hero Academia notebook, which I write all of my personal important information in, so no peeking. My desk in general, I've just recently cleared this all out, so it's just got a little bit of the stuff I need to throw away basically. Same for that. In here, it's embarrassing, lots of notebooks, so we're just not going to go through that at all. It's my Kanken. She's pretty much empty at the moment. I need to fill it for university. It's going to be my main bag probably. On it I have a little Plus Ultra keyring which I bought off Etsy, which I'll link. And then this I got from my grandparents. I think they stayed overnight in Japan like many years ago, and they gave this to my parents actually, but they don't really use it, so I stole it because I'm a weeb. And then this badge, which, yeah, as I just said, bit of a weeaboo. See an Attack on Titan poster shoved down the side, which I don't know what to do with because it's too big, and yeah. Onto my bed, which is pretty self-explanatory. I sleep on this. I spend the majority of my time on this, lazing around. I've got quite the collection of plush toys, mostly from video games to be honest. I could do a whole separate video honestly explaining. If you can tell, I like the colour pink and green, my two favourite colours, so that's why the majority of my room is themed this way. It's going to be so painful watching my dad paint over it in white. Oh, I hate it. It's going to look so like colourless. With my bed, I have two Levi Ackerman posters and a Skyrim poster. Pretty self-explanatory, won't lie. Everyone has that one cringy face, don't they, when they're like 14, 15? Mine was Attack on Titan, without a doubt. It was my whole life. Everything revolved around it. Here is just some pictures I have hanging above my desk, which I forgot to show just now. Pictures of me, my friends, my family, and mixed in with that, pictures from Final Fantasy that I took in game. I don't really have an explanation for this. I just thought they looked kind of cute mixed in. And then here is my Dragon Age Inquisitor Sakurai, who is my favourite OC. I would die for him. I love him so much. Hanging over my room are some fairy lights, which are kind of crap, to be honest with you. I won't lie. They turn themselves on and off whenever they fancy, and they flicker, but I'm too broke to get any good ones, so I put up with them really. When you face this way, you see more plush toys. Shocking. This is my Appa who just arrived actually, and best purchase I've ever made, probably. This is what I wanted to buy from the Pokemon Center. And yeah, they were very sold out when I managed to get in. This is the Mew that I really wanted. And I got, eventually, thanks to some lovely person on eBay who messaged me on Twitter when I was complaining about it, because that's where you go to complain, Twitter. This Dorian that I got for this Christmas just gone, I begged my dad for it, because I live in the UK, I know they sell them in America, they sell a lot of stuff in America. UK doesn't really get very much, but this is the one thing I was like, if I get to have anything from the official Dragon Age merch, I want this Dorian. The Bakugo Katsuki blanket, which I bought from Redbubble. Again, self-explanatory. It's extremely soft. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made. And next on my list is to get a Hawks one, for the same reasons really, or a Levi one actually. Hawks or Levi. It's current sketchbook. It's got a shiny Sableye on the front because that's my favourite Pokemon. And I'll just do a quick little flick through of what I have so far. It's going to turn into a sketchbook tour, isn't it? I'm going to university to do video game concept art, by the way, so if anyone was curious. Yeah, this is I've only just started it really, it's not got much. This is the last page. That's one of my favourite Animal Crossing villages. Here I have loads of bags, which I don't know what to do with at the moment. I actually just recently bought them. This is one I'm using at the moment. It's a pink tote bag with a little pink no face on. Everything has to be pink with me, I'm a bit obsessed. Moving on, that's my Switch just there. Animal Crossing only at the moment. This is my bedside table where the theme changes slightly, it's more fantasy. I do go through, well, I can't decide whether I want to have a cottagecore, fantasy themed room, or a anime themed room. I'm currently reading the Hard and Hightown book, which it's the book that you can get in-game in Dragon Age Inquisition that you unlock all of the codex entries for, but because I'm such a fan, I purchased, well, I got the book for Christmas, I didn't actually buy it, but it was on my wish list. And then this is my bowl of knickknacks that I keep on bedside table. I have little earplugs, which is so gross, I'm really sorry. I use them because I can't sleep if it rains or if it's windy. I have to have like silence. unless it's like the noise of a fan. That's it, that's all I can cope with. I have a Psyduck nail clipper, which I received as a freebie. Thank you to that random lady in Bournemouth. And Dragon Age Inquisition pin, rings, etc, etc, a nail file. Yeah, not very interesting. A full shot of this, really, but I have some anime figurines up on my shelves here. Pop Funkos, Legolas, who has had his arm fall off, unfortunately. Daedric Warrior, Sebastian, Natsu, Happy, and Alduin from Skyrim, one of my favourite games. Oh my god, I keep getting my fingers in the way. Bakugo, No Face, Akashi from Coconut Basket, a Dramatical Murder figurine, which, bit questionable, so don't ask, and Makoto from Free, and a extremely bootlegged Kirito. And then just on the side there, I've got a BTS print, which I bought from Redbubble. I think the name is just there. I'll write it in the screen now, it's quite blurry, but this, I'm not the biggest BTS stan anymore. I used to be. I still listen to their music, I still appreciate them, but I don't really follow them religiously as I used to. But I think that this print, as you can probably tell so far, I really like floral and flowers. I thought that this print was just so beautiful and I just had to buy it. So, and they've got a tiny flowery Bakugo hiding there, plus Ultra. Big rusty key, some necklaces, some little cottagecore prints, and some flowers. Here's my chest of drawers. It just has clothes in, nothing interesting. On top of it though, I have this lamp, which my dad made for me. So this is one of a kind, it's unique. I love it so much. It lets off such a nice warm light. It just makes my selfies, this in particular, look nice. So I have a little crystal collection. I have loads more of crystals actually, but these are a few of my favourites. I like the pastel-y, rainbowy, pink kind of theme, so those are the ones I picked out to display. These are fake candles, before you ask. I haven't actually got any batteries for them yet. I bought them for university and then didn't buy any batteries, so super clever. This is my favourite candle. I really like orange and cinnamon, so this is the best one I've had so far. It's a gift from my grandparents. I have these two prints that came from a Pokemon magazine I bought because of the stickers, and this is the bag I used when I went to the Pokemon Centre in London. And then there are these two boxes which I recently just DIY'd actually. I did a TikTok that completely flopped about this one, so I might re-upload it. But yeah, I decorated it with my two favourite anime men, Hawks and Levi. So at the moment there's not much interesting in it. I've got like little scraps that I use to journal with and I stick in, and then this one, the Mod Podge, the little glue I use to put the pictures on. It's glued it shut unfortunately, but it's just got kind of the same thing in. Here is my beanbag, which I've got covered up, and the rest of my plushie collection. Actually, that's a lie, it's not the rest, but again, more Pokemon, Chocobo from Final Fantasy, 2 Tamagotchis, a Krillakuma, or not Rillakuma, never mind. Some ones I got as gifts from family, more Final Fantasy, and then Dragon Quest. Right, Dragon Quest is so underrated, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if anyone else has played it, especially Dragon Quest 11. It's one of my favourite games I've ever played, and yet I hardly see anyone talk about it. I hardly see any like fandom or like posts about it. It is amazing. If you have a Switch, get Dragon Quest 11, you won't regret it. I promise you. I promise. It's so good. Oops. And then just back there, behind the cactus, is a Levi pillow, which I received as a gift from my best friend. He's a little bit creepy, he just watched me sleep, but I love him so much. Here's the main feature of my room, but just next to it here is my calendar, which sadly very empty because of you-know-what occurring at the moment, and my New Year's resolutions, which also did not really get completed because of you-know-what. Other than that, it's not very interesting. Some dried flowers that I've got hanging. The most interesting area of my room, it's got so much crammed in such a small space. So I have a lot of manga and anime DVDs in here. I've got two of the Avatar ones as well. My two favourite Ghibli movies are Spirited Away and Kiki's Delivery Service. And just some jewellery, which I really don't know how to store properly without them getting tangled at the moment, so they're just led there. I bought that in Comic-Con in 2015. So that's Shuzo and Izaya, I think, from Durara. Yeah, I think. And then there's a little Kirby, which I bought in London recently. Moving on is my Attack on Titan / My Hero Academia shrine. It's Attack on Titan, so I've got the first season on DVD, No Regrets, which has been well read, and the guidebook. Got these two very small little Midoriya and Uraraka little charms, which I don't know what to do with because I bought it for the Bakugo, but I've just got them. I love them though, I love them. And then yeah, these two Nendoroids are probably my prized possessions as well, because I haven't seen anyone selling the Levi one anymore. I don't think they sell it. He's a little bit dusty, but I bought this in 2015. Well, more like begged my mum for it really, and same for the Armin one. Yeah, and then with this, which I bought in London recently, and this is my most recent anime purchase, the Bakugo Nendoroid. He's so cute. I mean, he's not a cute character, let's be real, but the figurine is so cute. I just couldn't help myself. It was way expensive, but oh well. Half down, it's all of my Pokemon stuff. So before you ask, if you're a Pokemon fan and you notice that this Kyogre looks a bit weird, that's because he's extremely bootlegged. I received him as a gift, and just look at the eyes. Look at them. I feel like almost pitiful for him. It's so funny to me though. And then yeah, just a random mishmash of things I've collected over the years. Enamel pins, gifts, and these cans which I've already drunk that I got from Pokemon Center. This was the only thing that had the Pokemon Center exclusive design on that I could purchase. That was left when I got there, pretty much. That wasn't overpriced at least, so that's what I got. And then labels, and all of my cards are in that tin. I don't really collect the cards to play the game. I collect them because I like Pokemon. That's pretty much the only reason. And just more manga here. I'm missing volume 8 for some reason. I don't think I ever purchased it. I think I just bought 9, read 9, and I was like, I feel like something's actually missing here. I don't remember this happening in the previous, I didn't know this character was dead. So I spoiled myself a little bit, so I need to get volume 8. But yeah, Demo Wonderland is another one of those pretty not talked about animes, which is really good in my opinion. So yeah, definitely check that one out. It's not suitable for children, it's a little bit gory, but if you like that kind of stuff, I'd say watch it. And then some random ones that I've picked up over the years, and a Rivali amiibo, because Rivali, regrettably, even though he's a bit of a meanie, is my favourite Breath of the Wild character. On here is the kind of a boring shelf, to be honest. It's just got some mishmash of books. Art of Spirited Away, which I received as a gift from my cousin, which I love this book so much. It's just amazing. Spirited Away is my favourite movie of all time, so. And above that we've got the Skyrim Library Volume 1, which I bought in New York. There's an Overwatch pin that I received as a gift, some books that I like, Tatty Teddy, which I used to collect, and yeah. It's a bit of an ugly shelf, to be honest. I've got my Switch games, some 3DS games, Oblivion, a couple Marvel movies, and some books again, which I'm reading the Witcher series at the moment. A duck, because I collect ducks as well, one of my favourite animals. And then I've got some figurines, so I've got the Blathers amiibo, this very happy little villager figurine. His name is Reggie, because, we love Reggie. And this very sad, broken Master Chief figurine I've had literally for as long as I can remember. And there's a hair on him. I'm sorry, Master Chief. Halo was the first game I ever played, and it's remains to this day one of my most favourite franchises ever, so these two, there's a little Cortana and Chief again. I think that's Halo 4 Chief. Last shelf is definitely the most boring shelf. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Books, shoes, yeah. And then here, also, I've got a few books. So I've got the Elder Scrolls Cookbook, Black Butler, artwork, manga, etc., drawing, and then notebooks and random crap, and yeah. Here on top, I have my favourite Tatty Teddy, the first one I ever got, and the one that has been with me. I think I got him when I was 10 years old, so he's been around for a while. Some Plants vs Zombies merch, actually, which, believe it or not, it's actually one of my favourite games. It's very nostalgic to me, and I played it a lot when I was younger, so I couldn't help but buy that when I went to Scotland last year. And this I have no clue where my dad got that, but who knows. So we've got a worm on a string, of course, and a little no face and a GG. Side, we have another duck, which I received as a gift. This little jar is what I'm putting money in. Eventually it'll be for a Japan trip fund, apparently, but I don't know how long that will last. I'm not very good at saving like bits of money like that. So another worm on a string. This again, which I bought in Comic-Con 2015. It's Yusa. Oh, I can't remember what he's called. I think it's Yusa-chan, you know, Honey Senpai's little plush from the anime Orange High School Host Club. And then some earrings, which I have yet to open. That's it, really. Yeah. Oh, and a whole deer antler, which I did not take from the deer. We found it stuck in the ground in Scotland. Again, one of the many things my dad managed to forage out of the ground. And I'm glad he did, because it's quite impressive, to be honest, considering how a deer would grow that out of their head. Amazing. I have assortment of scrunchies, cat squishy thing, which smells like strawberries, but like really artificial and it's a bit gross. Oops, sorry. Dried roses, which I had more, but I took some down because they were starting to fall apart. This hanging IKEA plant, a plastic scythe. If you know me, I have a weird obsession with scythes. I really don't have any response to that. I don't know why I like scythes so much, but if I had a weapon in like a fantasy RPG, I would always pick a scythe. So, and yeah, that's a piece of artwork that my dad made for me. It's rocks and pebbles from the beach in Scotland, which he used resin to make it look like it was a puddle. I don't know, but it's incredible. I love it so much. It means a lot to me. And then just here, some Easter bags, which here's my Bakugo one, which I haven't even used yet. I've just finished decorating it, but it's not really my aesthetic. I don't know why I got a black one, knowing that I don't really like wearing black. So clever move for me. And then this pink one, it's got all of my Final Fantasy pins on it. I'll do my best to link the majority of these, or if you want to know where a specific one comes from, drop a comment if you're interested. Completely full circle, there is a Breath of the Wild print, which I'll link if I can find the artist. And then these cottagecore-esque prints, postcards. This, which I got when I purchased a pin. And this Breath of the Wild Yiga Clan banana. Yeah. So I hope this didn't drag on for too long, but this is my pride and joy, my little piece of me as a room, which I wouldn't have it any other way. I've got to start taking down prints and posters now, which I'm going to take to university with me. It's going to be really sad taking apart this, because it's just something that I've spent so long building up and collecting and decorating, but when the door closes, a new one opens, as they say, and I'm quite excited to make my journey to university, and hopefully I'll be able to bring some of this and some of the, I don't want to say vibe that I created here into my room at university. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be my only YouTube video, unless I suddenly decide I'm going to become a YouTuber, but yeah.